Hello. Good morning, Spokane area and world. I'm Joey Kostyk. I'm out here in Harrington, Washington. It's a little early right now, but we had a small skiff of snow on the ground today, so that was really interesting. But yeah, I don't even know what day of quarantine it is, whatever you want to call it. But as a tattoo artist, it's a situation. It's a ever evolving situation. Hopefully, everyone does get back to work sooner than later. But in the meantime, the people that have been sort of keeping us through this beyond the essential workers, the teachers and medical field and all that, which I'm greatly appreciative for. But the artists out there, the podcasters especially, the people who write articles, all that stuff, like honestly, like you guys are keeping us sane. The actors and actresses on the movies on Netflix. If it wasn't for you guys, who knows how sane we would be. We need fun. That's one of the essentials in my opinion. So anyone who's still able to do their job is a freaking hero to me. Mimosas with Manor. I watch a lot of Gary Vee, MMA on Point, Joe Rogan Experience, Kevin Wizard, all kinds of stuff like that where you can just ever be learning, always be that sponge, right? So that's my biggest thing as a tattoo artist is that I'm not going to be looking for any other job anytime soon. It's just a matter of getting back to work. And unfortunately, fortunately, I don't do house tattoos or anything like that. So the biggest thing is just trying to be safe and trying to let the storm settle and all that because to be in my industry, you have to be quite competent of microbial verse and the like. And so it's not a problem for me to stay home with my family. I've been working quite a bit the past couple of years that I've been in the Spokane area tattooing, and even with 3 days off and still doing 50 to 60 hours a week when I am working, it's still late nights and I work most weekends and most holidays, and tattoo artists have to make up their own holidays. It's tough with family, so I hope everyone that is an artist and as a family are definitely getting some quality time. It's really nice just to not be thinking a mile a minute, like being needing to produce 3 to maybe even 15 designs in a given day. It gets crazy in tattoo realm. So it's nice to just switch off and regenerate my batteries. That's the whole point of making my own schedule and having time with the family and at home. And so it's just weird how this all happened at the same time. Just as soon as my son started saying, "Dad, you should stay home and we can be YouTubers." So I'm not quite going to be jumping that gun anytime soon. I think we'll have fun here and there with little recordings and all that. But yeah, it's a process. I don't want to overwork myself already and think ahead because right now it's really hard for me to draw, and for many reasons, for being too lazy, I get bored super easy, but also I have other things I need to tend to, my family, my chores, and I've been going crazy working around the house helping my wife Michelle and doing my damnedest. And yeah, it's been a process, but it's been fun. UFC 3 has helped me a lot too, and the random walks to the grocery store for some afternoon beer or morning beer or something. But yeah, it's a weird feeling though. I do plan on getting to artwork. It's just there's a little bit of anxiety there too. But that's the thing, is just recharging them batteries and just trying to go back at it as hard as possible. By the end of the year, we'll have like so many cool art pieces coming out of our shop or even our city. Like honestly, this auction that Avery and Kaylee Willman have put up and Zach Woods, and it's priceless to be a part of a tattooing community that gives a shit about the community, the clients, the art pieces. It's those are winners to me, and so that's the biggest thing is try to you push yourself to learn, right? Like I can't just be in this stagnant process. I have to learn from everyone around me, and the people are doing the same with me. So the least I could do is just help them in a proper and right direction, because there's a couple directions people can take in the industry, and that's the thing. What kind of example do you want to leave? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Because everyone's getting inspired by you, whether it be family or otherwise, and so what kind of energies are you throwing out there? Same with tattooing. It's positive energies or negative energies, and you always want the positive. So that's the biggest thing, is just always being mindful and being patient, and that's the thing. I never knew I was a patient person until I even got into tattooing, and then it really pushed my patience levels on different aspects. And now it's doing it again in a way different fashion as well. But luckily, I got a couple tattoo books. There's so many books out there. There's a good tattoo history. Used to be like $100 book. Now you can get it on Amazon for like $25. That's a 2000 book, but it actually has super relevant information on the prehistory of this trade. And so it's one of those instant buys I'd recommend. It's a good read. But my wife got this book called Memoirs of a Tattooist for Christmas for me, and I haven't read it yet, but it was like a first edition from '58. Shotzi Gorman out of the Bay Area, one of the best artists in the Bay Area, a legend, a local legend there. He's signed it, and that was super flattering. I have huge respect for his work, and then I also have like mastering realism for the modern tattoo artists. There's all kinds of stuff. You always want to level up. Like even after the apprenticeships, you always want to keep on learning. There's and beyond University of YouTube, even though it has some okay information at times. And so that's the thing is that some literature and information you'll never find or see the light of day on the internet. You'll have to go and dig for that information. It's worth it though. It definitely I'm living proof of getting decent money in a shorter amount of time. It's just changing with the times, and you got to be a well-rounded and just customer service-oriented person, and that's a huge thing in my world. I'm giving back to my community, and that's awesome. It's priceless when just the thank yous and all the happy tears. But yeah, I'm definitely getting antsy. I want to tattoo myself, damn it, but I'm still just going to wait it out. I don't want to accidentally lower my immune system and have any issues. That's the biggest thing, is that when you get a tattoo, it potentially can lower your immune system afterwards. So it's, depending on how long it is especially, you just want to just take it easy. Be mindful of what you want. Now I'm going to be making a list too when I make time for it of what I want to get, because I still have some skin that needs to be tattooed, and many artists, especially ones I work with, that I want to collect from. So it's just a matter of being positive too. I'm surprisingly positive throughout all this. I've had maybe 2 days where I was a little bit of a grumpy asshole, but I'm sorry, family, if anything was rubbed off there. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to be optimistic. I get to spend a lot of time with my kids on the trampoline, and we had a couple fires for hot dogs and a lot more walks. I've definitely been needing to be more in shape, and so it's just one of those things where you want to just you can only put things on the back shelf for so long until you really do need to get to them. So that's my biggest thing. Even with this, I love doing recordings. I think it's fun. It's nice to document the process, and it is a process, and I will do more videos, but I guess I'll let it be for now. I'm just rambling now. I could go on many tangents, but I hope everyone's doing well. I appreciate all the medical staff out there that are helping everyone in need. I've been very appreciative of the response time where need be, and so it's just a matter of, yeah, I try to stay positive, people, because it's like it'll be over hopefully sooner than later. What if it was like just, all right, we got it? You never know. So that's the thing, is give props to the people that are actually putting in the work still everywhere, service industry still, that's still out there working and doing what they can to keep us not going insane. I appreciate it, and you guys have a good one, and yeah, I'll be in touch.